Be careful of the thought seeds you plant in the garden of your mind.
Howdy folks, just wanted to give a few mental gardening tips. Calling this Alchemical green thumb or something. Yes, we must be mindful of the thoughts that we plant in the garden of our mind. And what kind of gardens are we having up in there anyways? You guys getting down with some permaculture, aquaculture, hydroponics, aquaponics, whatever? Those food forests are up and coming, big time, you know. You got a nice variety of nightshades as well to kind of have that nice day and night contrast, if you will. Do you like to do night studies? Or even early in the morning like myself, waking up at like 3, 4 in the morning. Why not? But, you know, we're talking metaphorically of, you know, the types of fruits and veggie plants and stuff that you might have in your garden and all that other stuff. Get some nice, beautiful botanical herbs, mint, balsamic, basil, and sage, thyme, rosemary. Oh, milk thistle, dandelion. They're not weeds, you know. Anyways, so. And those have, you know, so many, you know, medicinal properties for you and those adaptogens and all that. So, anyways, getting more into the mental gardening. I'm the alchemist with the twist from the true soil. And we're talking about how your thoughts are constructing this garden, right? And yeah, all the bullshit experience that we have to go through in life and yada yada. Are you guys able to take all that bullshit, within all the shit stems and relationships that you've had, or word to Mario West, who rocks those paraphrasings? That's cool, yo. Play on words, whatever. You know, all that shit, all the negativity, all that stuff. Are you able to turn that shit into fertilizer, you know, that alchemical gold, so you can, you know, get all that bad shit out of there, recycle it into something productive? All right, so real quick, we got our fertilizer here. That alchemical gold, baby, yeah. You want to spread that on nice and even, all that good stuff. Weed out the crap that's in your mind, you know, all day, every day. But yeah, you want to plant that fertile soil. Get it nice and fertile, baby, yeah. Because that will allow those new seeds of thought to manifest into whatever you want. Hopefully it's for the greater good, for yourself and others, and it can ripple out. And wouldn't that be a grand thing? You know, something that's going to lead to fruition. Those fruitful thoughts that, you know, came from a place of negativity or darkness and ignorance or whatever. And it's now brought to light and the sun is shining upon it, you know. And yes, that brings up the point I wanted to make in regards to, are you shedding enough light on your garden, you know? Are you watering it correctly? Without the fluoride, chloride, and all that, you know, chlorine. Got a nice healthy pH level, right? Yeah. I mean, think about all the things. Fire element. This one's maybe the most important in the alchemical process. I can't, you know, not, you know, insert a little extra, you know, explanation with this, you know. What is calcination, right? The negredo. The black earth. And peace to Black Earth Productions, who, go check them out, and Cosmic Law of Alchemy, or Cosmic Law Alchemy. One of my favorite videos on alchemy and natural law. Hermetic principle is basically what it gets down to, and just like the steps of alchemy, just like really brief but really well done. But hello, butterfly. So going back to this, forget I put anything on here. Let's say we set fire to this. We took whatever is out, grown there before. Let's say it was a shit plant or whatever, and metaphorically that's representing like any kind of thing that went bad, and you have to completely readjust and get over that, right? Even we're talking about mental thoughts, right? So thoughts of doubt, fear, and things of that nature, thoughts that are creating negative feedback loops and whatever, and basically got to burn that shit, burn those falsities away, so you clear the way for that true alchemical process. Because if you don't have that at the foundation, then it's, you know what I mean? So yeah, there's no bypassing in this at all. And that's the same as real gardening. Right? Do you want to have a proper harvest at the end of all that time, effort, sweat, and all that? So yeah, so that's fire element, right? And yeah, if you want to mention how it relates to your passions, this and that, like find that passion about yourself, and about anything about, well, I wouldn't say gardening, like per se, like out here in nature, like I am. It's a great thing to do, but we're talking more of the metaphorical, mental gardening, right? Find a passion that ignites a lot of curiosity within yourself to want to really understand how you tick and get that true knowledge of self, and come into that embodiment of your true authentic self with that soul integration, right? Yeah. Air element representing intellect, right? And being balanced, within the polarities of, let's say, strong winds and just like no wind at all, is when, and yeah, like the plants you're gonna, have growing in your garden are gonna regulate, that, local, what do they call it? Micro, like, ecosystem, to a degree. Of course, there's external factors. We live in a collective consciousness of all types of species, of course. Elevation plays a factor, but take it back just to like the metaphor of the mind, right? If there's no air in there, shit's gonna get stale. Think about your thoughts. Like, there's no new fresh ideas. Things are getting stale or whatever, Things are festering. Such a funny word, that one. But or your mind, there's too much wind. Like you're maybe blowing too much steam about certain thoughts and over analyzing certain things, or making things chaotic for you. Like imagine trees blowing in the wind type of shit. And that's not to say these things are good or bad. They do present opportunities to, rectify them and make the positive changes from them, And there's lessons to be learned, experience to evolve from, So yeah, we got to get all the four elements right. Are we these quintessential, multidimensional beings? Now, I'd say we're much more than just quintessential. There's, more beyond what we all think we know, and all the traditions that have told us what. And that's not to knock on those at all, because I've learned so much from them and I've got a lot of respect for them. Yet, I don't know, human evolution, like, there's a lot more to it than just, what we can learn from the past. What's cracking in the ancient future, Anyways, so back to the water element, You thirsty? I know that some of these plants are. Shit, California, we got that drought, Y'all know what it's about. Manufactured fucking weather warfare 101. Geoengineering, But anyways, keep it on the topic. Like the water element. We're talking about emotion, Emotion, like energy in motion. I thought that's what that E stood for. Emote reminds me of Dr. Emoto, who did what now? Do some very compelling scientific research in regards to, charging water to certain, frequencies of expressions, in regards to certain emotions and such, and how they created certain geometric patterns or chaotic ones, depending on the positivity or negativity degree of that charged water that was frozen. Look it up. Emoto. And what about building your own moat, bro, in that garden of your mind? Get that nice not filtration, but that's nice to have some, water filters up in there. But activated carbon, charcoal, sorry. But yeah, irrigation. That'd be great to have it placed in a, a situation where it's nice and equated throughout. The equators of, the right and left hemispheres of your brain. Think about it. It's just one time for your mind, Is your head drowning in a sea of emotion? The overbearing thoughts of certain things that are, they're kind of rewinding in your mind like a negative feedback loop in a sense. Alchemize that shit, And it's not just some trendy phrase and this and that. It takes work. You're out in the garden. It takes fucking work. It takes time. It takes, effort. It takes being meticulous at times, and getting your craft down. You have things memorized in your head. You know what to do. You don't have to look at any books anymore, It's just bam, bam, bam. Thank you, man. So yeah, just something to plant in the garden of your mind. Just a little seed of thought for the day. Thought in a spliff. Making the video in a GIF. And if you don't like it or whatever, I don't really give a diff. But yeah, I could do better. Can't we all? Have a beautiful day out there.
Come reap the benefits that I've sown. Pick a vine of any kind. I have nothing to condone. I can duck this microphone year round to plow the fertile soil for ideas to sprout before they spoil. Look out for the snakes that coil and try to poison. The little we have, belittle the math to cause stagnation. Scarab is the father of germination in its underground hip-hop plantation. I'm planting a few seeds of thought into your eardrums. Your ears might go numb at first, but that feeling is soon to fade. Like shades of day into night, it's alright, no need to feel nervous. You probably never heard a surreal appeal at such high decibels. I guess it pulls your mind into bloom. To say it short, this is free food for thought, so consume.
Raise frequency, happy to see me. Are you ready for a holistic view? Raise the frequency, happy to see me. Are you ready for a holistic view?